Hello, everyone. Happy to see you today together with us. We are starting just in a minute. Let's wait for people to join. If you have any friends who can also join our event and benefit from the information we will discuss together, feel free to share or send a link. I believe today it will be really interesting few topics to discuss, not just about fundraising trends, but also for statistics, what is happening right now in the market, what did we see last year. So if you have another 30 seconds, you can go and grab a water, and we are starting just in a minute. Also, I would like to add that if you have any questions, you can easily ask them here in the chat, and through the meeting or later on at the end, I will be more than happy to answer your questions. Also, if you have any thoughts from your side about information that will be provided on next slides, feel free to comment. Maybe you have something special to share or your insights you got from last couple of months. So feel free to text and yeah, happy to see you today with us. I believe we already met on our previous event, so I will not stop here. But I really in love with everything connected to fundraising, and for me, it's always interesting to dive more deep into some statistics, some trends, etc. So today I will be more than happy to share them with you. Regarding our agenda, so first of all, we will discuss with you what happened last year. So we will discuss numbers, some notable funding rounds, etc. Then we will go to trends in fundraising, and they will be all also connected to the market, what is happening right now on the market. And the last topic I would like to cover today, it's what is happening right now. So what happened during last 2.5 months through February, through March, and of course January. So let's start. And as I mentioned, feel free to text your question in a chat. Regarding first part, as I mentioned, I would like to go through recap what happened last year. Maybe it can give you much better understanding what we can expect during next 8 to 10 months. So first of all, crypto fundraising recovers from the bottom. So as you can see, we saw a bottom between July last year and September last year. Right now, we see a trend that it's also recovering. More funding is coming. Of course, it's not numbers as we saw on, let's say, May 2022, but still it's much better than it was last year. Regarding notable funding rounds last year, so I would like to point your attention to Wormhole. Basically, just in few weeks, I think they will launch their token. I'm also following Layer Zero. I think everyone expects to launch their token ZRO during next couple of months, and WorldCoin. So WorldCoin, I even tried it, and it seems that they're building quite great product. Let's see how it will develop during next years. Last one, it's Ledger, and as for me, they also doing a great job. Of course, I expected that the growth will be much higher for them, but still, I think they are developing their product quite well. Regarding top 10 funding rounds by highest valuation, so A few projects we already checked on our previous slide, but others, so Scroll was 1.8 billion, also Flashbots was 1 billion valuation, and Say was 800 million. Last year, we saw quite good growth in 8-layer, also was latest round, and their growth during last few months. I think Eigenlayer is developing their product really well, and it seems that they are doing a great job. Regarding most active investors, so as you can see, Coinbase was 42 investments, were on position number one. Hishkey Capital was 41 investments, and Polygon Ventures are in top three. Other big investors, we can see Binance Labs and A16Z was 31 and 33 investments respectively. And for project segments, so as you can see, top one, of course, is blockchain services was 3.7 billion, and CeFi was 1.5 billion funding during last year. Regarding stages, so as you can see, top one, it's of course seed, then it's coming Series A with pre-seed, and Series B on next positions. A big amount of unknown investments, but hopefully this year we see less and less funding rounds without information required. Let's go to trends. I think it's a good moment to discuss what we can expect or what we already saw during last 2.5 months in Web3. Just give me a second. I will check chat if we have any questions. Okay, I see a question about private token sales on LinkedIn since it's closed network. I don't know really. I think LinkedIn is not the best platform for doing a sales of your token. Of course, you can propose and find some key players with whom you can chat and maybe get investors from LinkedIn, but it's much better to do token sale on specific platforms. So LinkedIn, as for me, it's not the best one for it. Coming to trends in 2024. So first of all, I would like to point your attention that institution adoption is probably the biggest driver right now for so it's push everything, starting from fundraising, startup development, and of course we expect that it will continue. Probably this year we can see also approval of Ethereum ATF that can also give a great boost to everyone. So let's see how this institutional adoption helps the market to move forward. Second one, it's of course Web3 space. It's becoming more and more mature, so it is less volatile than it was before, and of course, I think it's bringing more healthier environment. So if you are a founder and you want to build, you can expect that the market will be much more better for you, and you have more time to create MVP, to gather your initial customer base, and to grow your startup step by step. Another trend I saw that is connected to venture capital that prefers more early stage projects, and they are decreasing investment in huge funding rounds. For me, increased competition among project, it also giving us much better startup quality. And as I mentioned on this slide, it indicates that we are shifting more from a blue to red ocean. Of course, it's bringing some pros and cons, but I will not stop here. You can additionally find more information on internet, but of course, competition is increasing, and also competition between a layer two. It's right now almost on the highest level since last couple of years. Regarding fundraising activities, I would also add that I think we see less innovations that we expected during last 2 years. So it also giving some additional point why crypto fundraising was not so popular during last 2 years. But still, it's on a good numbers. Another point I would like to mention to you, it's Bitcoin ecosystem that actually growing really fast. I see layer two blockchains on Bitcoin. Hopefully this year we'll see 2 or 3 on mainnet. So it's definitely trending. Also with Bitcoin halving just near the corner. So I think Bitcoin ecosystem will be a big trend moving forward. Another one is blockchain interoperability. So if you think to build a startup, it's also a good niche to consider to build your company. Next point regarding trends. So I see a huge growth in decentralized physical infrastructure networks. So a couple of startups I already reviewed during last months, and I think we are just starting. Some startups are developing more faster, some less, but this niche, it's something interesting for me, and I'm trying to be on top what is going with deep in startups. Uh, Another great point regarding latest fundraising trends. So Web3 gaming infrastructure is booming. Uh, you can check the High startup, High project they launched just recently. So they sold a big amount of keys who wants to run a node on their blockchain. It's layer 3 on Arbitrum. So it's a good trend. We also did a recent investment in Tavera. So Web3 gaming infrastructure is booming. And on Binance, we saw a couple of launch pads also connected to GameFi. So I think Web3 gaming will be a huge trend moving forward. Another point is connected to tokenized real world assets. So this part, as for me, it's still underdeveloped, and I hope to see much more startups in this niche during next couple of years. I think it's good time also to build startups connected to this area. I believe right now you can easily do a fundraising if you can bring something unique and try to tokenize a real world assets. And the last point regarding trends. So as you can see, points system are growing really fast, and a lot of startups implement it. So in terms of how it can help you with fundraising, so SocialFi and point system, it's a new trend. A lot of startups already implemented it, and I think it definitely can help you in a lot of areas, especially in fundraising. So point system are a good trend to consider and to watch on. So yeah, that's it for trends. I will stop here for a minute also to check if we have any questions, and after that we will move to I think the most interesting part, what is happening right now on the market, and how last 3 months in Web3 blockchain space developed. So just give me a second. Yeah. So, Kate, if you see any questions to me, please feel free to chat me, and I will answer them. Next part, it's connected to latest numbers and what we saw on the market during previous 3 months. And the most active investors in January, so it was OKX Ventures, Musk Network. We can also see Binance Labs. They invested in four startups during January. Regarding notable rounds, so I would point out Portal. It's also building Bitcoin-based cross-chain swaps protocol, so you can easily check them on your own. And I believe Portal it's future in terms of Bitcoin ecosystem. Another one it's Quantum. I'm using Quantum Wallet, and they did a funding round of 6 million. And the last one is Binfinity Network, also building Bitcoin scaling network together with ICP. So check them. I think they are building really great product. For February rounds, as I already mentioned at the beginning, Eigenlayer did another raise for 100 million. Fleur did 35 million round. It's layer one EVM blockchain. EtherFi, they are doing right now a Binance launch pool, and probably on 18th of March they will launch their token. They did a fundraising round for 27 million in February, and they are building a native liquid restating on Ethereum. Another project I would like to point your attention is Backpack. They plan to launch their token soon, and I believe if you are doing different testnet activities, it also can be interesting for you to consider it, because they plan to do a drop for their users. Uh, Two other startups, so it's Outlayer. I'm following Outlayer since they launched their token. And as for me, they're developing really fast, a lot of partnerships, and great future for them. And second one is Asana. So they are providing derivative infrastructure. You can check also them after this meeting. Regarding crypto fundraising trends, so still it's not numbers we saw in 2021, but as I mentioned in the beginning, it's recovering. Hopefully in March we can see 1 billion in funding during next 15 days. So we need still around around 500 millions. Uh, with current market conditions, it's possible. So let's see how March will continue and what will be during next 2 weeks. In terms of top one areas, so of course USA is number one. For me, it was interesting to see Singapore on a second place and Hong Kong on a third place. So areas of funding are actually changing, and of course, Asia and Middle East are becoming more and more popular for startups to develop their product or service. Other startups that raised during last 3 months. So I divided them into three categories. First of all, we will go through pre-seed startups. Then we will move to seed, and last one we will check Series A startups that did their fundraising rounds during last 3 months. Here we already saw a few one. What I would like to point your attention. So I checked the Bagel Network, Oil, and Arkis. So those three startups, as for me, are really interesting. I also checked Clave. They are building a wallet, so feel free to check those startups. I think they have a great future. So they are on an early stage, and right now probably it's the best time to work with them. Regarding seed round, so uh, as per my research I did, I would like to point your attention for Lava Network, for Clear Token, and Clusters. So those three startups are really interesting for me. As you can see, a lot of different tier one funds invested in them, especially Dragonfly, Hashkey, and GCR. So still we have a big interest from top venture funds into startups on a seed stage. And the last one, so Series A startups. As for me, IO Nets, they are working with DeepIn, and they are building one of the biggest DeepIn network. I'm following them. Hopefully, they can be a leader in this space. Other startup I am following, it's of course Drift Protocol, Polymer Labs, Backpack startup I already mentioned on my previous slide, and Taiko. Yeah, so that's it from my side. I believe you got a lot of insights regarding funding rounds, regarding fundraising trends, and also recap of 2023, what was happening there, and what we can expect during next 8 months. Right now, if you have any additional questions, feel free to ask them in the chat, or if you have any comments, also feel free to uh, uh, text them. If you don't have any other questions, so I will probably stop here, and will thanks you for joining our event. Hopefully to see you on our next events. If you have any other ideas in terms of collaboration or cooperation, so join our investment club or join our education programs. Hopefully to see you next time. Thanks, and have a nice day.